Hello everyone. I started a new YouTube channel to kind of help people get out on their own and to realize that they can do more than what they know they can do. My old channel, which is the Growing Awareness, if I have time, I'll continue to make videos on the Growing Awareness because it's an important channel. It's a channel that allows people to keep up with the lies and the deceptions that are going on in the world, and how to get to the truth of things and that kind of thing. So that channel will continue to stay there, and if I have time, I'll make videos. What I'm going to do is I'm going to begin to make videos concerning being self-sufficient or getting out on your own and sustaining yourself and not depending upon government or other people. But if necessary, you can do all that. It's your choice. But what I'm saying is that there's more to life than going to work every day. And what I did out here is, once we got the land, is I began to dig a pond, and that's what this is. This is the pond area here. And in the middle of the pond, there's a heart-shaped, designed a heart shape for a garden, which is where the garden will be. And the garden will be other places as well. I just wanted to have a garden in the middle of the pond. I thought that'd be kind of neat, kind of different. But there will be gardens out away from the pond as well. The next thing we did after we got the land is we began to build a house. And this is where the house is at currently, right here. It's not complete, obviously, because we're doing it as we can afford it. And I'll be making a video on that as well, as far as how the house went together. There's the pond, a little bit better idea of what the pond looks like. But the goal, guys, is to go ahead and get you some land, if at all possible, in some way, some form, or some fashion. If your family members have land, maybe you can get with them and start building on their land. You have to work something out with them, obviously. But the goal is, a lot of people, all they do is they go to work, they get off work, they drink, they go to partying, they go clubbing, they go doing this, they go doing that, they go whatever. And all their money just goes right into their hand and right out of their hands. And they've got nothing to show for it. And that was me, guys, for all the way, literally till I was 40 years old. Okay. 41 now, and I'm beginning to have things. At some point, we got to grow up. We got to mature. You got to. You can do anything, guys. You make enough money in your lifetime literally every single person alive makes $1 million within their life. What did you do with it? Right? That's a big question. Now, when I'm making this video, it's wintertime. It's in February. And you can see there is some green in the garden over there. A little bit of green. There are plants that can make it through the winter. And I'll get into videos about gardening, videos about beekeeping, videos about all the different types of things. But my goal here is just to make an introductory video and to let you guys know that when you get your taxes, when you get your income from your work, most people have nothing left over nowadays. They've got so many credit card bills and everything else because they're trying to buy things that they can't afford. They don't have the money for, so they put it on the plastic, and then they got to work the rest of their life to pay back the debt. And the whole entire credit card thing and the whole entire banking system is a fraud in itself, a big fraud in itself against the people. That's we the people, that's you and I. But I'm not getting into that on this channel, okay? This channel is just to help you guys to see how you can get out and get on your own and stop with the hustle and bustle, stop with the going to work every day. Because, what they teach you, literally, is when you're a baby, they teach you to speak, to crawl, to walk, all that kind of stuff. Then they get you into the public school system or the public school system. And they want you to get educated so you'll get a job, so you'll work the rest of your life until you die. We're not designed for that, people. We're just not designed for that. So my goal is to help you guys to see that there are ways to get out on your own, to get out of this cycle, to get out of this nonsense, to get out of this slavery that they've enslaved everybody into, and to be free, you know, to do your thing, to live your life. And to me, that's very important. Very important. There will be a pond over there eventually. Water's important. Water is very important. And we'll get into all that kind of stuff. But guys, when you get your taxes back, you know, take some of that money, put it up, save your money. Learn to save your money. This is critically important. I mean, you got to save your money. Okay, when you get a paycheck, even if you only save $1, save that $1. But save something. Because you don't know what's coming. Emergencies come out of the blue, and you don't have the money, so you're farther in debt, so you're in a worse off situation. You got to gain wisdom. Start putting up a little bit of money. Okay, and start to live your life according to what you can afford. Don't buy it on a credit. Credit cards are the most damaging thing in a person's life, because people think that they can just buy whatever they want because they got a credit card. Even though they don't got the money, they got a credit card. Well, you got to pay that money back someday. Okay, in a fraudulent system, maybe not. But the point of the matter is, if it was a legit system and you're borrowing the way you're borrowing, you're going to end up as a debt slave the rest of your life. You're going to work your life away until you pass away. And that's not what anybody wants. And I'm sorry about the wind, guys. I'm trying to keep this video short. It's just an introductory. But when you get your taxes, save some of that money. When you go to work and you get your paycheck, save some of that money. And slowly but surely, you'll have the money to do whatever it is that you want to do. I mean, this is 4 years in the making out here. 5 years in the making, actually, out here. This pond alone took me almost 3.5 years to dig, and it's not even done. This whole section in here I have to do. It's still got to come down right in here. Okay, and we're talking 3.5 years. Why 3.5 years to dig it down? Well, number one, I'm using a tractor. I don't have access to anything else. I have a tractor with a bucket, and it's not designed to dig ponds. It's just designed to move stuff. So it breaks down. It's $1,000 when those axles, those I forgot what they're called, but right there with the spindle where the wheel sits on it. When they snap, it's $1,000 to get that thing repaired. Not only that, and it does it a lot because it's not designed to be digging and carrying massive amount of waterlogged dirt around different areas. It's just not designed for that. So they're going to break, and it costs money. And the diesel to keep the thing running, to keep on digging, you know, it takes diesel. Well, I don't have diesel all the time, so it's just a gradual, as I can do it, as I can afford it, as I have the money, as I'm able to, I do a little more, and 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 a little more. Okay? And I'll show you all the different things I've got going on out here. Obviously, I'm not living out here yet, but again, I do it as I can afford it. And that's the key here. You have got to get to a point where you can start doing things. And to do that, you got to be able to save money. And, you know, tax time, when people give their taxes back, they just go blow it on everything. Okay? Take a little bit of that tax money, set it aside. Don't ever touch it. Don't ever touch it. It is for your future. You're going to draw your future closer to you. Okay, you only get what you do. If you do nothing, that's your future. Nothing. That's your future. It is your future will be identical to how it is today or worse, because money's depreciating right now anyway. Hopefully Trump will do something about the fake Federal Reserve, which is not federal or doesn't have anything to do with the United States at all, but it's outside of the United States. Same with the IRS, the collection agency of the Federal Reserve, which is outside of the United States. It's not under the laws of the United States. It has nothing to do with the United States. The United States Treasury is supposed to be printing the money at no interest, and that's how it's supposed to work. And so you've been enslaved by the system because you've been lied to. But that's what the other channel's about. But take whatever money you can, whether it's 50 cents or $300 per paycheck, whatever it is, and put it up. and you don't touch it. The only time you touch it is if you're going to go do something toward working on that future that you want. And then every time you do something a little bit, when you dig a little bit, you're that much closer to that future than you were before you started the digging. You see what I'm saying? So you do a little bit as you're able to, you do it. So guys, I love you all, and I'm sorry we've been lied to. I'm sorry we've been deceived. But my goal is to help you to see that you can do anything, guys. I'm going to be posting the videos of me digging the 20-foot well by hand. Okay? I'll be posting videos of the house going along. Okay, piece by piece. And that kind of thing. And kind of showing you guys, you know, how it's done. How little by little by little things get to where they're at, and how you draw your future closer and closer and closer to you. But if you don't do anything, and you don't save anything, and you don't take what you saved and start working toward that future, your future never comes, and your life just gets harder and harder and harder, but really for no reason other than that you were never taught the truth, never taught how to live, never taught how to save, never taught how to invest in your future and in yourself. Instead, they want you to work for these corporations, which are destroying the earth anyway, in order to get all the products that they have. Anyways, guys, I love you guys, and I'm telling you right now, you need to get in the Word, stay in the Word, and get the Word in you. It's important. It's important. But anyways, guys, I'm going to show you. I mean, it don't look like much. 4 years. It don't look like much at all, but I'm going to show you what all has happened in those 4 years in coming videos. And then we'll just start, after we get you caught up to where I'm at today, then as I do things, I'll help you to see what I'm doing and how I'm progressing forward, drawing the future closer and closer and closer. When I first started out on this project, and after getting the land and deciding to do everything I'm going to do, you know, it was 30 to 40 years from now before I would be at this stage. That means I'd be 80 years old. But little by little by little, saving the money, putting the money up, using the money specifically and only for that future and nothing else, gradually getting to where we are today. And so what should have been 20 years has taken place in about 4 years. And so if you could just get into the process of saving that money, you'll be amazed at what you can do. I love you guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Hope this has helped you to understand a little bit of something. If you know, a little bit, even if it's just the slightest amount, hopefully it's helped you in some way to see that that you're going about life wrong if you're living paycheck to paycheck, and if you're in debt and all these things. But you've been tricked, you've been deceived, and there is a way out, but it's a slow, gradual process. And anyone that tells you it's going to happen overnight is lying to you. You have to do it. It's not up to anybody else. It is literally up to you and you alone. And if you don't do it, it ain't gonna get done. Talk to you guys later.